balanced equations, okay? Which means that the m and the n power have the same degree, right? Okay, you see where the m is and you see where the n is here, right? Okay, so when you look at this first equation, what's the degree of the top term? 1, right? It's 1. And what's the degree of the bottom one? 1. So one on top, one on bottom, we're balanced. Makes sense? So that's what we're addressing today. All right, so here comes the first thing. The first thing we talk about is this. When it's balanced, what you do is to find the horizontal asymptote. You have to use this equation. Y equals A sub m over B sub n. Okay, now look at where A sub m is. Look at where B sub n is. Everybody see where those are located? Okay, so this is simple as can be. Look at this. How much is A sub m here? -1. How much is B sub n here? 1. Okay, so look what you're going to do. You're going to go to horizontal asymptote and write down Y equals, and it's going to be -1 over 1. Make sense? -1 over 1. Like this. Okay, so in other words, it's going to be Y equals how much? What's -1 divided by 1? -1, right? So it's Y equals -1. Okay, so that's the horizontal asymptote. Okay, now you're going to go over and put it on the graph, right? So go to where Y is -1 and draw your horizontal asymptote. You're going to see me doing this. You guys can follow along and do this. Okay, now we're going to do the vertical asymptote. Now, do you remember what you said equal to 0 to the vertical? What do you say equal to 0? No, not the right one, not the right word yet. What is it you said equal to 0 is? The denominator, right? That's the right answer. The denominator, right? So the denominator is x minus 3, right? So you have to take x minus 3 and set it equal to 0, right? Okay, and solve for x. So what do? You get what? X is equal to 3, right? Okay, that's the vertical asymptote. Okay, now you go into the graph, go to where x is 3, and draw the vertical asymptote. You'll see me doing that. And then you go like that. Okay, now you got your crosshairs, right? You got your asymptotes up there. And you're ready to start graphing. Okay, what's the next thing we're going to do after you do that? Yeah, okay, so you put it into the calculator, right? So everybody go punch in the equation to the calculator. And remember, if you got the old operating system, you're going to put parentheses around the top and the bottom. And if you got the new one, you don't have to worry about that. Okay, so go put that in the calculator and go graph it. Points on this, right? There are 4 niceties you're going to see there. So look here. Here are the 4 nice points you should be seeing on your table. So go put those on the graph. The 4 nice points on the graph. Okay, everybody clear what's going on? It's the same thing as always, right? Okay, all right, now remember, this is where the cow owns the fence, right? Okay, so the ranger lets the cow out of the fence, right? And the cow's going to hug the asymptote, go through the 2 points and hug the other asymptote, right? Okay, the electric fence. So here goes Besson, right? And here comes what? Herbert, whatever. I don't know who the cows are. Okay, right? There are 2 cows hugging the fence, right? Just don't touch the asymptote, remember. Okay, and then after you do that, you can write that little domain. Okay, so now come to the domain here. Come to the domain. Negative infinity to 3, right? Negative infinity to 3, curvy, right? Okay, and then U, and then 3 to infinity, curvy, right? You got it. Okay, do you remember the other way to write that down? There's a second way. If I remember? Okay, well, all right, the second way, and that's fine. You do it this way, it's just great. Okay, the other way is to write down all real numbers, don't bar R, but X cannot equal what number? 3. X can't equal 3 because there's an asymptote there. That's the other way to write it. And once again, it doesn't matter. You can use either one of these. Okay, to do this. Okay, and you Okay, all right, so let's do the horizontal asymptote, right? So it's going to be y equals 1 over what? 2 over 1. You got it. Y equals 2 over 1. Okay? Okay, which means y equals 2. Y equals 2. Yeah, see how easy that is? So y equals 2. Okay, and then go to 2 for y and then draw your asymptote. Get 2 for y and draw your asymptote. There we go. There it is right there. Y equals 2. Set equal to 0. X squared minus 9. Okay, so now you're going to set x squared minus 9 equal to 0. Okay, and now we solve for x, so what do? And 9 on both sides. So x squared equals 9, and then what are you going to do? Square root. Okay, so x equals how much?
Plus or minus 3.
Plus or minus 3. Don't forget, it's plus or minus. X equals plus or minus 3. It's right. Okay, so you're going to go to positive 3 and negative 3 for x and draw, okay, your vertical asymptotes. And you're going to see me doing that. Okay, there you go. Positive 3 and negative 3 for x. Draw your asymptotes, okay? Very good so far. Okay, now what's the next thing you're going to do? We'll punch in the calculator, right? So we'll punch in the calculator, go grab it. Now the only thing is this, you're only going to find out there's one nice point on this whole thing. So this is where we got to kind of talk about fudging things a little bit. There's only going to be one nicety on it. We'll punch it in the calculator. What do you guys see as the nice point? 0, 0, right? There's only 0, 0, right? Okay. But this one's kind of easy. So when you do that middle part of the graph, right? It's like a what? A downward, or a parabola. It's like a downward parabola or downward U, right? So all you gotta do is just have Bessie hug the electric fence, go up and hit the U, make a U-turn right, a U-turn and then go the other way, right? Okay, there you go. There you go, like that, right? See, that's easy. That's like, oh, I can do that. Okay, now the other two parts of the graph are a little bit more challenging, right? Because you got to kind of get the bend right. Okay, so what you got to do is look at the table, and you got to kind of guesstimate where these points are, right? So when you look at 4, you see that what the point at 4 and what is it now? One more time. 32 sevens. Oh wow, we did real technical here. Or in other words, what? 4.5-ish, right? Okay, so that's what you're going to do. You're going to go to 4, right, and 4.5-ish, right? Everybody understand? And kind of approximate where it is. You can't be exact. You're going to kind of approximate. So there's 4.5-ish. Okay, and then you're going to go to 5 and 3.1-ish. Okay, so 3.1-ish. Okay, so 5 and 3.1-ish. Okay, and then you're going to go to 6 and 2.6-ish. Okay, 2.6-ish, right? Okay, there you go, like that. Something like that, right, is what you're going to get. Okay, and that kind of gives you, now you kind of see what Best is going to do there. Is it Best inside?
You call her Herbert.
Herbert, okay, Herbert. Okay, it's going to be Herbert. Okay. Okay, so then, and then draw Herbert, okay, plug in the fence, and then doing his little turn there to go to the other part of the fence. There's Herbert, okay? Herbert and Herbert, okay? The other two cows. Okay, so everybody understand how to do it? Everybody lost? It's pretty easy stuff. Okay, all right, now we're going to do domain, right? Okay, all right, so now this is a little more tricky, right? Okay, so what are you going to do for domain? Negative infinity 2, negative 3, curvy, curvy. Right, negative infinity, negative 3, curvy, curvy. And then U, negative 3, 3, right? Negative 3, 3, curvy, curvy. And then 3 infinity, curvy, curvy. There you go, you got it. Okay. So negative infinity, negative 3, curvy, curvy, and then U, and then negative 3, 3, curvy, curvy, and then U, and then 3 infinity, curvy, curvy, right? Okay. All right, now what's the other way you could write this? What's the other way you could do it? If you wanted to. You don't have to do it one way, but you Okay, double bar R, right, double bar R, but X cannot equal what?
Plus or minus 3.
Plus or minus 3, right, but X cannot equal plus or minus 3. There you go, that's the other way you could write it. And both of them are just as good. They both work. It's up to you. So everybody understand what you're doing? Once again, it's real easy to do this. This is not a difficult thing to do, especially with the calculator.